Bennett Academy football has secured playoff eligibility for the first time in 5 years, and a couple of our teams played in close games over the weekend. Hello, Naperville sports fans, and welcome to another episode of NSW. I'm your host, Joe Kennedy. Bennett football is 2-0 in conference play this season and has averaged about 35 points across 6 games. The Red Wing offense once again went nuclear on Friday nights as they took on St. Patrick. Bennett football is back on the road after suffering their first loss of the season to Mount Carmel. The 4-1 Red Wings are at Triton College, taking on the St. Patrick Shamrocks. In their matchup last season, Bennett came out on top, 23-16. On the game's opening drive, the Red Wings marched all the way down the field. They give Martin Radgowski the carry in the red zone, and he's back in the end zone after missing last week's game. His score puts Bennett up 7-0 in the early going. After a field goal by Emiliano Artiga of St. Patrick, it's 7-3 Bennett. Ryan Kubaki shows the play-action fake and then looks deep towards the sideline to Luke Doyle. He snags it and then speeds by the safety all the way to the end zone. The 80-yard touchdown extends the Bennett lead to 14-3 at the end of the first quarter. Now in the second, Kubaki drops back and launches another deep ball, and this time it's Luke Wilds on the receiving end, and he backpedals his way in for 6. That 54-yard touchdown strike gives the Red Wings a 21-3 advantage in the beginning of the second quarter. Moments later, the Shamrocks have advanced all the way inside the Bennett 10-yard line. Jaden Miranda takes the handoff, absorbs some contact at the line of scrimmage, and then crosses the plane for the touchdown. With that, St. Patrick has cut the lead to 21-10 with 6 minutes left in the half. On the next Bennett drive, Kubaki rolls out to his right, looks back to his left, and targets Declan Walsh. He reels it in and bounces off 1, 2, and 3 Shamrock defenders on his way into the corner of the end zone. He's fired up as the Red Wing lead grows to 28-10. However, St. Patrick answers with another solid drive that ends with another touchdown score for Miranda. His second score of the day makes it a 28-16 game heading into halftime. The Shamrocks receive the ball in the second half and are operating near midfield. Colin Hay throws a quick pass over the middle to Joseph Costanzo, and he sheds a tackle and then takes off all the way for 6. The 45-yard touchdown narrows the margin to 28-23 early in the second half. Just moments later, the Red Wings are back in Shamrock territory. Kubaki is looking to the sideline again, and he hits Wilds in stride for another touchdown. His 4th passing touchdown of the night gives Bennett a 34-23 advantage with 10 minutes to play in the third. St. Patrick is back in scoring position after a long drive. This time they hand it off to Artiga, and he falls into the end zone for the Shamrocks. On the next Bennett possession, Kubaki is looking for Wilds again, and he has him over the middle with separation. He speeds away from the Shamrocks as he finds the end zone for a 3rd time this evening. Kubaki's 5th touchdown pass extends the lead to 40-30. After a penalty, the Red Wings decide to go for the 2-point conversion. Kubaki drops back and then lofts one high into the corner of the end zone, and Luke Doyle is there to haul it in. It's 42-30 Bennett at the end of the third. With less than 2 minutes in the game, St. Patrick is down 2 scores. Hay throws a high pass out of his end zone, and Dominic Tomala is there for the interception. He returns it inside the 5, sealing the victory for the Red Wings. Radgowski tacks on another touchdown as Bennett defeats St. Patrick 49-30, improving to 5-1. They earn playoff eligibility for the first time since 2019.
5-0 Naperville Central hits the road for the first time this season, looking for their first 6-0 start since 2001. Their opponent is the Lockport Porters, a rematch of last season's Week 3 matchup that the Porters won in overtime. Brendan Metcher is in at QB for an injured Colin Pfeiffer, and he throws to a streaking Adam Kozak, and he is off and running for a 67-yard touchdown to put Lockport up 7-0 in the early going. They get the ball back, but gives 6 points back because Kozak fumbles the ball and Jake Stanish picks it up for a scoop and score to tie the game at 7. Sebastian Hayes needs to get something cooking, so he uses his feet and takes off for a near 30-yard run to get the Redhawks in scoring position. 4th down coming up, and it's Hayes using his 6'4" ability to sneak it in, and this game is tied again, this time at 14. Then Hayes draws up the play fake and throws a dart to Deshaun Williams, who puts a move on his defender and scores a 25-yard touchdown. Redhawks take their first lead of the game, up 21-14. The Porters have a 4th down play needing to convert, but here comes Jake Stanish, who brings the heat and sacks Metcher to end the drive. Aiden Clark is out with a knee injury, so Gavin Wade fills in at running back, and he turns on the Jets, picking up 50 yards on the play, and the Hawks are marching in enemy territory. A few plays later, Hayes drops back and finds Wade wide open for the touchdown. Hayes' 3rd total touchdown has the Hawks up big, 31-14. Porters get one in garbage time, but the Redhawks escape Lockport and improve to 6-0 on the season.
We saw one dynamic offense in Bennett Academy, and now let's check on another. Naperville North is loaded at wide receiver, and Ball State commit Jacob Bell has been shining at quarterback. We'll head to Lincoln Way West for a high-scoring Southwest Valley Conference matchup. The 3-3 Lincoln Way West Warriors host the 4-2 Naperville North Huskies for a Southwest Valley Conference showdown. The Warriors look to snap a 2-game losing streak. Meanwhile, the Huskies are looking to continue their winning streak after beating Lockport 31-20. The Huskies' defense shows their power as defensive back Zach Malley intercepts the ball to give the Huskies their first possession of the night. Ball State commit Jacob Bell throws his first touchdown to give the Huskies an early 7-0 lead in the first quarter as he finds wide receiver Quinn Morris near the pylon. After getting the defensive stop, Warriors QB Chase Hetflitch connects to Talley Jr. on the screen pass. The back follows his boys up front, who help clear the runway. His score gives them a 17-7 lead about halfway through the second. North would punt, but just a few snaps later, the Huskies come up with their second interception of the night. This time, Edward Mumford catches it and gets taken down near midfield. After Lincoln Way punts, Bell shows why he's one of the best QBs in the state. He throws a dot to Morris, and the receiver also does a great job with the catch. The Huskies tie it up at 17. The Warriors would tack on a field goal as they head into halftime with the lead. In the third quarter, the Huskies strike first as Bell once again finds one of his 7 different receivers who caught a pass. This time it's Chico Thomas who gets the ball within the 5. Bell then finds another receiver as he connects with Brock Petaway to give the Huskies a 23-20 lead in the third quarter. On the ensuing kickoff, the Warriors would not stay quiet as Ryan Stiglick heads up the right hash and makes a couple players miss. He beats out a pair of Huskies and brings the momentum right back to the home team. Stiglick takes it 99 yards for the score, giving them a 2-point lead after missing the PAT. The Huskies get a stop on defense as Jackson Williams secures the sack on Hetflitch. Bell and Morris connect again, but this one is a Play of the Year candidate. Somehow Morris leaps forward and drags his feet down for the catch. The miraculous grab gives Morris his 3rd TD of the night as the Huskies lead 31-26 with 3 minutes to go in the third. The Warriors would not respond as they punt the ball back to the Huskies. Bell delivers again, connecting with Thomas to extend their lead to 38-26 with 11 minutes to go. The Warriors would respond with an Abu Bakr touchdown late in the fourth quarter, but would not score again. Naperville North holds off Lincoln Way West for the impressive 38-33 win. Jacob Bell throws for 390 yards and 5 touchdowns, helping bring the Husky record to 4-2. John Keller has been the heart of the Neuqua Valley girls golf team since the school first opened in 1997. The longtime head coach enters the final weeks of an impressive career and will have more on his swan song after the break.
Okay, 500 deluxe garden gnomes. Wow.
I only meant to order 5.
There's not enough money in my account for these. I'm gonna get charged.
Two things I just can't deal with: overdraft charges and garden gnomes. But your BMO Smart Advantage checking account gives you an extra day to avoid an overdraft fee.
Nice to see a bank cutting people some slack.
Well, mistakes happen, and we give you time to correct them.
So you don't like gnomes, huh? What about that one?
That one I like a lot.
When it comes to interest rates, it seems the Fed only knows one direction, up. That's not fair. If you're fed up with high rates, head over to Fair Oaks Ford. You can get 0.9% APR financing for 66 months. Now that's fair. Plus, you'll get what J.D. Power called the best customer experience in the business. Fair Oaks Ford on Ogden Avenue in Naperville. You've got a friend in the car business. Shop online 24/7 at fairoaksford.com.
Since 1997, John Keller has helped bring Neuqua Valley Girls Golf a state runner-up trophy, 8 regional and 3 sectional titles, in addition to a 2-time individual state champion. But his lasting impact is reflected in the lives of every girl who went through the program. We have more on Keller's retirement for our latest feature story, presented by Fair Oaks Lincoln. For nearly 3 decades, John Keller has been the heart of the Neuqua Valley girls golf team. He helped bring the school its first state trophy in 2000, but this year is his last on the links and in the classroom for the Wildcats.
Just look at the success that we've had, in golf. We've got girl with 2 state champions. If you want to look at the amount of girls, we finished top 10. We've been downstate 6 years.
In addition to his accomplishments at the state level, Keller leaves behind a legacy marked by 8 regional and 3 sectional titles. His lasting impact, however, is reflected in the lives of every girl who went through the program.
Well, freshman year joining the team, I was very, very nervous to be a part of the team. And Keller made the experience of the golf team so much fun. And in these past 4 years, I've improved so much. I'm honestly really sad to leave the golf team because I'm gonna miss the coaches so much, and just the environment that he makes for the team is just so much fun.
Going off what Evan said, Neuqua Golf just wouldn't be the same without Keller. He's a great coach and makes Neuqua Golf a better program.
Keller was a teacher and coach at Waubonsie Valley, but moved to Neuqua when the school first opened.
I love teaching. I'm not burnt out. Same thing with coaching, but I think it's time for Treptow to take over. He's been with me for 25 years, maybe even more.
Treptow will take over as Neuqua's head coach next season. He is also the head girls basketball coach at Sandwich High School and is prepared for his new role at Neuqua.
He's a good golfer. He's been around for 25 years, relates to the kids wonderfully. That's important because you want to get kids coming out, you want to get kids staying with it, and so they're going to enjoy him. It's going to be a seamless transition.
Across all levels, Neuqua Valley has been the best team in the Naperville area throughout the past 4 years.
This group that are seniors now, they've done some incredible things. We haven't lost in the JV level in 4 years, and so that's a lot of the girls that are now on varsity now and have been through. And the varsity team has lost 3 matches in 4 years and been to state.
The players, however, attribute much of their success to their longtime coach.
Keller, I think, has shaped us all to be who we are today, and he is a very inspiring person. And having him as a teacher and as a coach, we are going to miss him so much next year. We love you, Keller. Love you.
For Naperville Sports Weekly, I'm Joe Kennedy.
Hi everybody, I'm Stephen Holt from NBC5 here at the new Matrix Club, and super excited to be helping NCTV 17 put the fun in fundraising with the morning show. I'll be interviewing some local celebrities, and I even have my own morning show band. So grab your cup of joe and enjoy the show.
We live in a safe community, but not a crime-free community. If you see something, say something. Be a Naperville Crime Stopper.
Golf regionals continue as we hit the boys' side for the Bennett Academy Regional at St. Andrews Golf Course. 9 teams, including 6 of our area teams, and defending regional champs Bennett Academy get set to tee off for low scores and a spot at sectionals. We start on the second hole, par 3, with Bennett's Luke Donovan off to a good start by going even. Neuqua's Brady Chung is coming off the DVC individual title and buries a par on hole 4 and golfs a round of 79. Ryan Kong for Naperville Central swings into a wedge shot that gets him back on course. Kong pars the hole. Waubonsee's Avi Kanduja slices his tee shot on the 6th hole that finds the green. Kanduja takes a par, scores a 78, and qualifies for sectionals as an individual. Still on 6, and here's teammate Anish Kamdar lining up for a par putt, and he makes it. On the 11th hole, Ryan Watson patiently sets up his par. He sinks it, and that deserves a fist bump because that helps him to a round of 74. His teammate Jack Bemke golfs the regional's lowest score with a 72. The Redhawks get more help from Zach Boyton, who also pars and golfs a 77. Kong is hoping to get another par, and the tap takes a little spin but eventually falls into the cup, and he walks away with a 78. Here is Charlie Davenport's second attempt after a drive of over 320 yards on the 12th hole, par 4. He chips his ball in position for the birdie, and he putts it in with ease. He and Happy Gilmore might need a golf around on the links. It's a birdie party on the hole, and Donovan hops in on the fun. Donovan ends the regional with a nice 77. The Red Wings make a strong case on the back 9 as Bill Tiarney places his approach in a good spot. He finishes hole 12 with a par. Naperville North is coming off a strong regular season, and golfers like Henry Homisser finds the green perfectly. He pars and golfs his way to a 79. To the 13th hole, where Neuqua Valley gets its lone sectional qualifier with Raheel Shaw golfing an 80. Back to the Warriors, this time with Adam Torian, who sinks his 3rd straight birdie and golfs an 80. Lakin Schultz gets a par on hole 16 as he and teammates Homisser, Trevor Schmidt, and Colin Mills qualify for sectionals as individuals. Davenport's ball isn't entirely on the green, but he just needs a good chip, and that gets him within a few feet from his par attempt. Tiarney remains on point in the regional as he sinks this long par putt, and it results in a score of 76. The Redhawks' lowest score comes from Graham Kavanaugh, who connects on a super challenging par on the 17th hole. Kavanaugh walks away with a 73. On the final hole, Kamdar is approaching his shot on a small hill, but still manages to find the green. Kamdar pars and scores a 73 as he, Kanduja, Torian, and Josh Pichanowski all qualify for sectionals as individuals for Waubonsee. Charlie Davenport and freshman Charlie Davis tie for the top score for Bennett Academy with a pair of 73s, and that helps the Red Wings to a second regional title ahead of Neuqua Valley and Naperville Central, who each qualify as a team. Sectionals are up next at Blackberry Oaks.
A warm but windy day at Whitetail Ridge in Yorkville, where Plainfield North hosts the Girls Golf Regional, with schools like Neuqua Valley, Waubonsee Valley, and Naperville Central looking to advance to sectionals. On the par 3 4th hole, Naperville Central golfer Poppy Marusin sinks a par putt. That helps the junior to a score of 98, eventually qualifying her for a playoff for the last individual sectional spot. Waubonsee Valley was a state qualifier as a team a season ago, but the Warriors just missed the cut as a team this year after finishing in 4th place. However, junior Ava Scheffler is moving on as an individual with a score of 89. Neuqua Valley also looks to get back to state as a team. Senior Carly Rogers with a long birdie putt, and it just rims off the edge of the cup. A nice par for the Wildcat, who shoots an 83, a top 10 score on the day. Her younger sister Ellie helps the cause as well on the 4th hole, as she just misses out on a birdie by less than a foot and taps in for par. The Wildcats finish in 5th as a team, but the Rogers sisters are heading to sectionals after Ellie scores a 97. Still on the fourth hole, Mina Shyam from Waubonsie looks to build on her DVC runner-up performance. She slices through the heavy wind to find the dance floor, eventually making par as the sophomore stands near the top of the leaderboard. The seventh hole is a par 3 as well. Neuqua Valley senior Evan Ashley tees off and finds a spot on the green. She takes advantage of the solid drive by sinking the long birdie putt. A team best round of 81 puts another Wildcat through to sectionals. Naperville Central junior Mae Binkowski just missed out on qualifying for sectionals a season ago. This year she does earn a spot as an individual as she makes par on number 7, and 93 for the Red Hawk punches her ticket. Hannah Lee from Waubonsie has a chip for birdie from just off the green on the 9th hole. She puts the ball within striking distance of the pin before drilling the par putt from about 10 feet away. The Warrior is moving on to sectionals after a round of 86. Neuqua Valley sophomore Malar Anand needs to finish strong to secure a spot in the playoff for the final individual sectional qualifier. A nice chip from the edge of the water helps get the job done as the Wildcat finishes with a 98 to make the 4-person playoff. Naperville Central junior Ashika Patel is in no danger of missing the cut after a strong day. She unleashes a rocket through the wind that carries all the way to the green to set up an eagle attempt. In the end, she taps in for birdie and finishes in 4th place overall with a 78, qualifying for sectionals for a second consecutive season. One of the top teams in contention is Plainfield East. The Bengals qualify for sectionals by finishing in 3rd place, led by freshman Taylor Miller, who shoots a great round of 73 as she chips right near the pin on the 18th hole. Plainfield North gets a great round from Grace Gilbert and Kylie Sanborn, who each shoot an 81. Gilbert just misses the par attempt on 18, but the Tigers are moving on as a team with a score of 340. Another talented freshman in the regional is Allie Weirtel from Oswego East, and she has one of the shots of the day on the 18th fairway, chipping within a foot to leave a birdie tap-in. She shoots a 73 to lead her team to the regional championship, 1 stroke ahead of Plainfield North, with a 339 team score. The individual champion is Mina Shyam, who overcomes a tough lie on the 9th hole to make bogey to end her round with a 72. That gives the Warriors 3 sectional qualifiers. Hayden Justice from Plainfield South and Peyton Levine from Yorkville join Poppy Marusin and Malar Anand in the playoff for the final sectional spot. On the first playoff hole, with all other golfers putting for pars, Malar Anand buries a 15-foot birdie putt to punch her ticket to sectionals, sending 4 Wildcats to the next round as she is mobbed by teammates. The sectional will be played in Rockford on Monday, October 7th.
Our boys' play of the week comes from one of the best quarterback and wide receiver duos in the state. Jacob Bell and Quinn Morris connected for 3 touchdowns against Lincoln Way West, with this one being not only the best in this game, but maybe the entire season. About 2 minutes remain in the 3rd quarter as Bell drops back to pass. He throws one to Morris in the end zone, who lays out for the catch with a knee in bounds. It's a well-thrown ball and just a perfect catch from the transfer receiver to make it 31-26 Huskies. We have to slow this one down once or maybe even twice. Bell and Morris have combined for 558 yards and 10 touchdowns this season, and now have combined for 2 NSW Plays of the Week.
Okay, 500 deluxe garden gnomes. Wow.
I only meant to order 5. There's not enough money in my account for these. I'm gonna get charged.
2 things I just can't deal with: overdraft charges and garden gnomes. But your BMO Smart Advantage checking account gives you an extra day to avoid an overdraft fee.
Nice to see a bank cutting people some slack.
Well, mistakes happen, and we give you time to correct them.
So you don't like gnomes, huh? What about that one?
That one I like a lot.
BMO.
2 dealerships, side by side, identical in every way. What makes the difference? The experience. That's why more people choose Fair Oaks Lincoln. Incredible selection, knowledgeable salespeople, and a world-class experience you can't find anywhere else. Get 0% for 72 months, plus $2,000 off a 2023 Lincoln Aviator this month at Fair Oaks Lincoln in Naperville, where the dealership experience makes the difference.
The Neuqua Valley Mustangs host the Naperville Central Redhawks in this DVC girls volleyball matchup. The Redhawks enter tonight's matchup on a 3-game winning streak following straight set wins against Naperville North, Neuqua Valley, and DeKalb. The Mustangs are also on a 3-game winning streak, defeating Waubonsie Valley, Neuqua Valley, and Naperville North in straight sets. The Redhawks lead 8-6 as Caroline Impey serves it in. Katie Shuley sets up Addison Terrain, who knocks it down for the kill to pull Mattia within 1. McKenna Divick is up for Central, and she serves up an ace. The Redhawks are in control in the first set with a 15-9 lead. These two sides would go back and forth here. Sarah Butler sets up Impey, and as she goes for a kill, a Mustang deflects it out of bounds. Central takes the point and extends its lead to 19-10. Neuqua Valley pulls closer in this one, but Butler nails the ace and Naperville Central takes the first set 25-18. The Mustangs and Redhawks are tied at 9 early in the second set as both teams keep pushing to grab the lead. Olivia Stewart crushes this for the kill, and Mattia has the edge here, 10-9 over Central. Mattia leads 16-15 as the Redhawks look to stay within striking distance. Impey gets a point from the middle for the Redhawks, and now we're tied at 16. Mattia would cruise to close the set. Terrain settles one down and sets up Shuley, who smashes it to help the Mustangs take the second set, 25-20. Jenna Green serves it up here for the black and gold, as the two sides have been neck and neck in the third set. Ashley Ward goes for a kill, but the Redhawks send it back. Shuley would set up Stewart, and she gets the kill to put the Mustangs up 21-20. We're now tied at 29, and Divick nails this as the Mustangs can't get to it, and the Redhawks take a 30-29 lead over Mattia. On the next serve, Divick sends it over as it goes just out of bounds, and Mattia takes a point. We're now tied at 30. Maddie Hopkins is up to serve for Neuqua Valley as the Redhawks overhit it, and Terrain gets the kill to pull the Mustangs in front, 31-30. These two sides have been going at it all evening, but Terrain knocks this down as the ball tools off the blockers. The Mustangs take the third set, 32-30, in thrilling fashion over the Redhawks, and are now 4-0 in DVC play. We'll go down to the tennis courts for our girls' play of the week, as Waubonsie Valley freshman Lydia Peranto plays a great third set against the 3-time reigning DVC champion. Peranto won the first set 7-6, but fell in the second set 2-6 to Sophia Olaru of Naperville Central. The two go back and forth before the Warrior fires a strong right-handed shot towards the camera. Peranto uses a lighter touch the next time around, which forces the Redhawk just to lob one up, and the freshman can easily hammer that home. The Warrior closes out the third set in style. In a rally that lasted nearly 40 seconds, Peranto is still moving quickly on her feet. She shows off an impressive touch, getting the Redhawk to once again come up towards the net. This leaves the right alley open for Peranto, and the Warrior paints the line for the point. She takes the third set 7-5 and defeats one of the best players in the area. And that will do it for this week's episode of NSW. Come back again next week for more exciting football coverage, in addition to postseason play in golf and girls tennis. You can find all our highlights, feature stories, and community sports on nctv17.org. You can also find us on social media at NCTV17 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For Naperville Sports Weekly, I'm Joe Kennedy.